Hi guys, welcome to the Train SF Strongman Arena. We've got an incredibly special guest with us today. We've got Europe's strongest man, world's strongest man, the world's ultimate strongman, and the Arnold Strongman champion, Hafthor Bjornsson, with us. Hafthor, welcome back to Dubai.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be back.
Obviously you're here as part of the World's Ultimate Strongman Incubator Program. What do you think this project means for the world of strongman and bringing on athletes such as Larry that we've seen?
I think this is amazing. This is the right direction for the growth of strongman, to bring talents like Larry Wills, who have great backgrounds, who are already strong, but just need some guidance, just need some help to learn the right ways to become a great strongman. You know, he has all the other tools, he has the static strengths, but with this program here, what the world's ultimate strongmen are doing, we're able to take talents like Larry Wills and make him a great athlete.
You mentioned World's Ultimate Strongman. You obviously won the inaugural event back in October. What do you think this organisation is doing for the world of strongman?
I think it's doing great things for the world of strongman. You know, they are stepping up their game in every way possible. You know, treating athletes super well, and everything is just on top. And this is great because the level of strength is growing. The guys are getting stronger, and the sport is getting popular. So it's amazing to see what they're doing right here, you know.
Obviously we're based here in Dubai, and it certainly feels like Dubai is becoming a new home for strongman.
Yeah, it certainly is, you know. It's a great way for any athlete to come here and to just be able to train, eat and sleep, you know. World's Ultimate Strongman are taking athletes who are gifted but are new into the sport.
Yeah. Obviously you're at the top of your game at the moment. How much do you think it would have helped you maybe 5 or 10 years ago to be able to take part in something like this?
For me, if I would have opportunity like this handed to me, I would have said straight away, yes, this is the best opportunity any beginner can have, you know. Come here just to eat, sleep and train. Doesn't get any better than that.
Obviously there's a chance that they're breeding your next level of competition. We spoke at the beginning about the accolades that you've already got, but what's next for Hafthor Bjornsson?
You know, I love challenges, you know, so you know, this right here, what they're doing is great because that means more challenge for me, obviously. But what's next for me, there's a lot of things happening in my career right now. I'm doing a lot of exciting things right now. Game of Thrones, obviously, just you know, filming with that is done, is finished. You know, the premiere is coming up for example. I'm going with my wife to a premiere soon for Game of Thrones, which is super exciting. As well as I'm competing at Europe's Strongest Man in the beginning of April, and more exciting things.
We're just a couple of weeks removed now from the Arnold Classic in Columbus. On paper, it looks like a relatively comfortable win for yourself. It was a good points margin between you and Martin Slicis. How do you feel that competition went and set you up for the rest of the year?
I think it showed that my will to become better each year, and the drive I have, the dedication is paying off, you know, obviously. Even though I won the World Strongest Man title, I won the Arnold Classic, I won the World's Ultimate Strongman, you know, I'm still hungry for more. I'm still working my off every single day to become better, and that shows off right there. You know, I won one of the most toughest strongman shows in the world with, you know, quite ease. You know, I mean, I went into the first 2 events, won them, then I was second, tied first, you know, and I didn't even have to finish the last event. So I mean, it went very well for me. You know, I'm still improving each year. I'm still working my ass off, even though I'm the best. You know, because I'm not backing off. I wanna stay the best.
Obviously, a lot of the talk has been around the deadlift, world record on the elephant bar, and kind of knee level with the 501. If that had been a stiff bar and not an elephant bar, are you confident it would have come up?
You know, I can sit here and say yes, I could have made it, but you know, I can't say that. Like, I know how strong I am, and I know that if I would have had a perfect pull on a day in Ohio, I would have gotten that 501. In the pool, I slipped a little bit with my left foot, and if the pool is not 100%, then you're never gonna pull that kind of weight, you know. But I also know that the other record that you're talking about, that was done in a suit. That gives you about 30 kilograms at least. So I was this close to lifting 501 raw without a suit. I'm pretty confident that I'm able to pull 501 on a regular bar with a suit.
You mentioned that other record, and a certain Eddie Hall looked quite a relieved man in Columbus when that bar didn't go up. Obviously, there's a little bit of history between the two of you. How much of a boost for you would it be to take that record away from him?
I mean, I'm all about winning titles, you know. I'm in this game to win titles. Records are constantly being broken, but no one can take away from me a title that you won. I won the Eurostrongman four times. I won the Icestrongman 8 years in a row. I won the World Strongman. I won the Arden Classic in Columbus, Ohio 2 years in a row. No one can take that away from me. But records are constantly being broken, and one day I know that record will be broken.
You mentioned obviously your acting career and the huge amount of interest that surrounds Game of Thrones. How difficult is it for you to balance the profile in the film and TV industry with still being able to train as hard as you want for strongman?
It's extremely challenging at points, you know, when you have to film for, let's say, 16 hours a day. Obviously you have to stay super consistent, you know, you have to have someone there to help you. So whenever I'm traveling for filming, I make sure I have an assistant with me that is always on the clock, because let's say if I'm shooting, I can't be, you know, on the clock telling myself I have to eat now. I have to have someone there with me to make sure that I'm eating every 2.5 hours. And even sometimes it gets that busy that sometimes the person who's with me, they're basically feeding me between shooting. That's how dedicated I am, and that's how badly I want to stay the best. To stay the best, you have to think about all these small things. You have to think about your nutrition, your sleep, you know, your training. You have to plan ahead.
How long can you be number one for?
I believe as long as I stay healthy, injury-free, I can stay number one for, you know, a decade. Who knows, you know.
Fantastic. Well, I look forward to seeing you do it.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.